Hello and welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark 4545 Hoffmeyer, and joining me is Adam 7200 Hodgins.
7200. That's not just my serial number, but my number of confirmed kills.
And also, I just quickly read that it's the amount of Green Lanterns.
Yeah.
And the first time I met you, you were Green Lanterned.
I was dressed as a Green Lantern, and I was in a costume contest, and there was a guy who was hosting the costume contest who had won the Stan Lee reality show. He was like a cop.
Oh, Jared Crippen.
Crippen. And so he was hosting it and was the judge. And I was Guy Gardner, who's like a wisecracking Green Lantern. So true to form, everybody else was kind of sucking up to the judges, and I was kind of wisecracking. And I may have wisecracked myself right out of a prize, I think. That's what another judge told me.
Oh, that's not good.
I stand by it. I think it's the right decision, though.
You know me, Adam. I like losing being myself or with style. Yeah. Sometimes when you kind of go flat and try to win, or pick something you don't really care about trying to win, and then you lose, it's almost more crushing.
Yeah.
Like even if you win, it's kind of empty because it's not you. So when I lose, like the video that was just released that you have on your GoFigure YouTube channel.
GoFigure, Fast and the Curious.
I picked the Battle Ram, the He-Man vehicle, and in the kind of, you had me do a promo for it. So I recorded a promo saying I was going to lose, but with style, and I had zero chance, but let's let it ride. Yeah. And you got to go watch the video.
Yeah,
but
Mark was hungry, but you got to go to GoFigure on YouTube and watch the Fast and the Curious. Well, actually watch all of the videos, but start with the Fast and the Curious. And
I lost with style.
You lost with style.
Like I couldn't have called it any more better.
So I called you not winning because of your choice of vehicle, but I'll say this: I did not see the winner coming.
Oh yeah.
The winner was a big surprise. So go check it out. Mark is there, so you're gonna have as much fun as you're gonna have right now, which is probably the most amount of fun.
All right. So the reason I called myself Mark 4545 Hoffmeyer and Adam 7200 Hodgins is because we are going to be talking about today. We're going to be talking about Todd 3465, played by Kurt Russell in the 1998 movie Soldier, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, versus Luc Deveraux, who is his character. What number? I have his number. Where's his number at? Oh, GR44.
GR44.
And he is Jean-Claude Van Damme in Universal Soldier, 1992 Universal Soldier, directed by Roland Emmerich, before he became Roland Emmerich.
Look at the powerhouse stuff we have going on here today.
Yeah, we have Paul W.S. Anderson, who's, I don't care, he's one of my heroes, directed by Roland Emmerich, who's blown up everything. And Moonfall is one of my favorite movies of 2022. Nothing that has come out this year has put a bigger smile on my face. Yes, I realize it's Moonfall. It's not the best movie of the year, but what I'm saying is it put the biggest smile on my face.
Now, Mark, what's the coolest fact in 2022 about either of these films we're talking about tonight?
So the coolest fact is that, oh man, I'll drop a cool fact for each. So with Soldier, one thing that I find that is really amazing is that they were going to go shoot it, but Kurt Russell, he said, listen, I need a year to get in shape. I don't want to get steroided shape, because a lot of the action stars today, they do a cycle and then they go do their movie. He said, I need a year. So in between that year, Paul W.S. Anderson gets $60 million and shoots Event Horizon, and then he moves on to Soldier, but everything was plagued by El Nino, so all the locations that they were going to shoot at got rained out, so that forced them to shoot in a bunch of studios in California. So it kind of wrecked the vibe of it. But I just love, and then Kurt Russell broke his ankle, but I love that Kurt Russell needed a year to get non-steroid shape, and he's shredded in this movie. I showed it to Megan, and she went, what is happening? He was shredded. I mean, just like a year of just uber Russell. And so, but because of that, Paul W.S. Anderson was able to shoot Event Horizon, which I just wrote a cool 25th anniversary piece for Rotten Tomatoes.
Event Horizon is maybe one of the top 5 90s movies for holding up and being like as awesome as it is today.
Absolutely. Because, I mean, they gave him $60 million and they shot in Pinewood. Where the gravity drive is, that's the Bond stage. They built a gravity drive in the Bond stage for a horror film. The practical effects, the the kind of visions of hell, it's a good movie, and I really loved writing about it. And then for Universal Soldier, it's one of the rare franchises where the direct-to-DVD sequels were maybe better than. This is controversial. I love Universal Soldier, but Universal Soldier Regeneration and Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning are very good and very violent. And I remember I rented Universal Soldier Regeneration thinking we did it for a Bad Movie Tuesday. So when I went to Florida State, I was working on my master's. I met Megan. I'll go to my friend's house, and there was 5 of us, and we would do Bad Movie Tuesdays. But we watched it, and we're like, this is amazing. And then Regeneration comes out with Scott Adkins. Andrei Arlovsky comes back. You have Dolph. You have Dolph being like this weird cult leader. Jean-Claude Van Damme going bad. So I just think that the Universal Soldier franchise is one of the rare franchises to go to video and get better.
So have you seen the Canadian sequels?
The Goldberg?
No. So before Goldberg, there was 2 direct-to-DVD in Canada made for TV movies.
No.
Universal Soldier 2 and 3. So it goes Universal Soldier 2, Universal Soldier 2, Universal Soldier 3, Universal Soldier The Return, and then Regeneration, and then Day of Reckoning.
Wow.
So Universal Soldier 2 recasts Luc Deveraux, but takes place with him on the farm, like moments after the first movie ends.
No.
Yeah.
So it's just him kicking it on the farm?
Yeah. Well, not kicking on the farm. He goes on.
Well, literal kicking?
Yeah, there's literal kicking. But it's not Van Damme, so it loses a bit. But there was 2 Canadian-made sequels.
I mean, please tell me that they cast the guy from, like, Montreal. So, like, he does have a French accent.
Okay, hold on a second. I'll tell you exactly who they cast.
I don't believe you. Because I'm looking at the wiki right now, and those movies have been completely forgotten.
Okay, well, you're incorrect.
So while you're hunting, I'm going to lay down the rules. So we're going to do Todd 3465 versus GR44, Luc Deveraux. And the first one is, who would be better to hang out with? Second, who would be better on a mission? Third, who would be better in a kindergarten cop situation? 4, who has the better backstory and character? And 5, best final fight.
Okay, those are fantastic quotes. But Mark, 2 direct-to-TV sequels, Universal Soldiers Brothers in Arms and Universal Soldier Unfinished Business, were released in 1998 with Matt Battaglia cast as the role of Luc Deveraux.
What is happening? Gary Busey? Gary Busey's in it, and it's on Tubi.
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Look at that, eh?
Oh, the guy who's in this is really amazing at spin kicks. Matt. No, I'm serious. Matt Battaglia. If I look this up right, if I'm correct here, let's see. Actor, 90 credits. He was in a movie where he does spin kicks. Oh, no, he wasn't.
You know who else is in part 2?
Who?
Burt Reynolds.
No, he's not.
As CIA Deputy Director. Doesn't even have a name.
What is happening? What?
This is my favorite bunny trail I've ever taken you on.
I didn't even know these movies existed.
Yeah. The plot is, following the events of the original Universal Soldier, the budget of the program has been cut by the government. However, under the orders of a CIA director, Burt Reynolds, a gang of mercenaries take control of the new line of Unisols to use them in a diamond smuggling business.
And it has a 2.8 out of 10 on IMDb. And Universal Soldier 3, Unfinished Business.
Yeah.
And they're all on Tubi with Burt Reynolds.
What are you doing later tonight, Mark?
I'm just quitting now. I'm going to watch these.
Just tapping out. Okay, to go back to what I was saying before about the coolest thing about these movies is that an 11-year-old Wyatt Russell was in them playing young Kurt Russell.
While another child gets murdered.
Right. But, little Captain America 2 is in this.
Oh, that makes me so happy. Watching this movie now. Listen, Soldier, it sucks. He broke his ankle. El Nino. They couldn't shoot on location because of all the rain. So then they just loaded everything into a studio and shot it. And it works. For me, it really does work. I do think that the actress in it, they really glory light her beyond like anything I've ever seen. Connie Nielsen, She just gets like the lighting on her hair is like wildly angelic. But I mean, you still have Gary Busey. You still have Jason Isaacs hamming it up. And most importantly, you have Kurt Russell, who's built like an absolute brick, battling Jason Scott Lee as Kane 607. It's
right. Jason Scott Lee is maybe one of the most underrated actors in the world. Whenever he steps up to the plate, he hits a homer.
I agree. I wish he did have a better career. Like, I love watching him in movies, and I came across an interesting revelation while researching these. Now, we have genetically modified fights. Now, the final fight in Universal Soldier, Rain. Final fight in Soldier, Rain. Final fight in Hobbs and Shaw, Rain.
Mark, I want to say something to you.
Yeah.
Universal Soldier 2, Gary Busey. Soldier, Gary Busey. Jason Scott Lee was in Time Cop 2.
Whoa.
So it's like everybody who's in Soldier gets to be in a Jean-Claude-less sequel to one of his movies.
Oh my goodness. Scott Adkins was in Universal Soldier, and he was in Hard Target 2, but that's not Soldier.
That's not Soldier.
Hard Target 2. We did an MFF episode to Hard Target 2.
Hard Target 2?
Yeah, Scott Adkins and Rona Mitra.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah, I'm a huge Scotty Atz fan, but Hard Target 2 is not one of them. Hey, so how about this? Want to get into this?
I want to get into it so badly.
Who would you rather hang out with? Todd 3465 or Luc Deveraux? Like, so
are we talking beginning, middle, or end of film? Act 1, Act 2, Act 3.
Okay, middle act.
Middle act.
So, the beginning they're all trained and boring. The middle they're kind of, oh hey, I'm in the middle, and at the end they're sort of living on farms and becoming human.
I would describe Act 2 of both these movies as the oh hey act.
Because they're kind of like, there's more out there. There's food, and there's gasoline, and there's ice, and I can teach kids how to kill snakes. Yeah. And they're in Act 2, and someone said you guys got to go hang out at Mall of America.
Yeah.
So I know you live in the Greater Toronto area.
Yep.
Okay, how about this? Let's set the stage here.
The Upper Canada Mall, which is essentially the same thing, Mark.
How about this? You're going to go to a convention in Toronto, a comic convention, and then you're going to go hit up a Blue Jays game, and then you're going to go to Wayne Gretzky's bar and have some cheese sticks and hang out.
Oh yeah.
So comic convention, baseball game, cheese sticks at Wayne Gretzky's.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that because I remember that restaurant walking around Toronto, if it's still there.
I think it is.
All right. So who would be a better hang?
So here's my only criteria for this. To let you know who I'm going is like at a comic convention, I got Lukey, or I got Todd. I'm trying to think who would be less triggered by people in cosplay. Like someone walks by cosplaying Cobra Commander, who's going to be less likely to go into like flashback mode and kill them?
Whoa.
Right? Because I don't want I don't want to cause a ruckus. I want to show these guys a good time, show them that you can have a little bit of fun. But all of a sudden, a Halo squadron walks by, who's going to go nuts? So I think Luc Deveraux would maybe be the safer bet, because I think he's only going to go into like flashback modes if it's a very specific Vietnam flashback. And to all the comic conventions I've been to, I've seen nobody cosplay Vietnam era soldiers.
Because if you think about it, Todd fought all around the universe. He fought in space. You know how many different encounters Todd had?
All of them.
Todd fought all over the world. So, but here's the thing. I have a question about Todd, though, because when Todd isn't murdering people around the world, Todd is sitting on his bunk waiting for orders.
To kill people around the world.
Yeah.
Yes.
So if you are able to be like, hey, you're not at the Battle of Tannhauser Gate yet, or the Battle of the Argentine Moons, real battles.
Yeah.
He's hanging out. So if you just said to Todd, listen, where you're at a comic convention, this is not war. Follow orders. No one is attacking you. Just look at tchotchkes. Here's $10. Right? But Luke, we might have more fun. Like, imagine giving Luke a churro.
I'll say this, though. I love Universal Soldier. That's what brought me to MFF in the first place. Was a Dolph Lundgren poster and then doing Universal Soldier with you. I love watching that movie, and every time I do, watching Van Damme eat in that restaurant makes me hungry.
Yeah.
He makes that food look so good. And I don't know why.
So just watching him eating cheese sticks, watching him at a ball game, watching, you have to make sure he doesn't get overheated, but watching him in a ball game, feeding him the whole time, and just having him sit there and be like, this is great.
Yeah.
But he does beat people up. So if someone's like spills beer on him, will you be able to control him?
Right.
Like, I feel like Todd would just let people pour beer on his head before being ordered.
Stands there.
So who do you think? Like, what? Now that we've covered this, I feel like the highs of Deveraux watching him eat cheese sticks are amazing, but Todd, I think, would be more controllable, but kind of boring. Like, I don't see Todd trying on X-Files badges that are sold for $7. I see Luke doing that.
No, Lukey is the choice in this one.
Yeah, because because I just think Todd is middle Todd. Is not as fun as N Todd.
No.
All right, so we're going Lukey. Lukey's 1-0.
Lukey gets 1.
All right, love it. Now 2, who would be better on a mission?
Well, I'll say this. Todd has won both the Pliskin Patch and the O'Neill Ring Award. Those are real awards, real service record commendations on his service file. So I think, like, Luc Deveraux didn't do that many missions before he went into business for himself.
Yeah, they said 2 or 3. That we've done 3 missions.
Yeah, he's done 3 missions. Todd has had an exemplary track record.
Yeah, I mean, he was at the Battle of Shanghai, the Battle of Orion, the Nibian Moon Campaign, the Antares Maelstrom War,
the Bolivian coup of 2015,
the Renditions Flamer War. He's won the Medal of Honor Titanium.
Right, it's ridiculous. So he has such a proven service record that when a new breed, a new batch, a new evolution of soldiers comes in, he's the one chosen to compete and prove that they're not needed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say on a mission, I'm taking Todd with me.
Absolutely. And listen to this. He's left for dead. He's dumped on a junk planet. He helps the people there, and he defeats an entire army of super soldiers. And he saves the people. This is after he's been dubbed junk.
Yeah.
Luc Deveraux can push a car faster than some grandmas can drive.
Yep.
And he uses ice for Band-Aids. He can run through walls. And so but the problem is, he's a corpse. He's a zombie.
Yeah. The future does not look bright for Lukey.
No. Lukey's brain is fractured. So you're on a mission with him. Sure, he can swim fast. Sure, he can run down the Hoover Dam. But he has his little battery, and you got to go put him on ice.
Yeah.
So in the short term, Lukey. But in the long term, Todd. Because Todd's been there, done that. We'll do it again.
Absolutely. No question.
Todd just murders people.
Yeah, and doesn't even blink.
Doesn't blink. And the way they shoot their guns is they just take their guns when they're shooting and like push them forward. Like there's the guns that they have no kickback because they're just like Kurt Russell's going like bang 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 with it and just drilling people.
Right.
Oh man, yeah, you're going Todd.
Todd every day.
That's super easy, correct?
The Pliskin patch. You know how hard the Pliskin patch is to get, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, only one person per year gets it.
Right, and to get it, you have to escape from this prison that used to be New York. It's incredible.
Man, I love it. I love that Kurt Russell has a Pliskin patch. So we're tied at 1-1.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
But he also has the O'Neill Ring Award, which could not be, you don't look over that either.
No, I mean, that's legit. And he also has the UFP Purple Heart, so he's been injured. He has the GC Medal of Valor. I mean, this guy, the ordnance levels, he's at 4,389 RV4 tactical nuke. So he can work the tactical nuke.
Yeah.
He can work a laser solo? What is that? Is that guitar?
A laser solo is a guitar solo so incredible that the enemy just dies.
It's like Bill and Ted, but deadly.
Deadly.
Oh.
Be good to each other is show no mercy to each other.
And then he has a smart gun.
Yeah.
I mean, his combat rating is 53-48. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, out of what though, right? Like that's 50. My question.
Because imagine looking at Todd and go, yeah, 53 out of 100. No,
it's got to be at like 25 or something. Keeps getting lower. It's out of 6.
Oh, so one. All right, we're good here. We're 1-1.
Right.
Oh gosh. Okay, next. Who would do better in a kindergarten cop situation?
Okay, so this is a brain teaser, because what we see in the Universal Soldier is Luc Deveraux learning to be undercover. Right?
As a human,
he's learning to like ditch the Universal Soldier garb, get a less conspicuous car, hide in restaurants, hide in old folks' homes. He's learning to be undercover. Whereas I don't know if Todd has had undercover training, because all of his missions seem very boldly show up and shoot.
There's no masks.
A man who has 73 confirmed kills and 88 unconfirmed kills in one battle, Mark, is not this one battle is not someone who is real good at undercover covert missions.
Yeah, my one argument is that he's good with kids. He taught a kid, but the problem is he taught a kid how to murder snakes, which could get the kid hurt, but he also taught the kid saved his parents.
Right.
From the world's worst snakes. So he does have...
Can you imagine the deleted scene where Wyatt Russell is in Kindergarten Cop and he kills that ferret?
Oh, man. That'd be beautiful.
That ferret! And he just snaps his neck in front of Arnie.
We need that deleted. That should have been in Kindergarten Cop with Dolph.
Yeah.
Now, if it was a PE teacher, I'm hiring Todd, because he's going to run these kids.
Oh yeah, no, he's gonna train the next level of soldiers without them knowing it.
Like Kevin Costner would be so jealous, because he's normally a really good coach or ball player, but his coaching in McFarland, USA, he would watch Todd teach track, and Todd would he would teach state champions right there. Todd would.
So, but I'll also say this as a point for Luke. I don't think Luke wants to fight. I think everybody he fights is instinctual and like almost begrudging. Like I think he just wants to go home.
Yeah, at the diner. But he can't just get naked though. That's his biggest problem.
Yeah. Well, I think any decent school now is going to have AC.
Yeah. So maybe he could go to during lunch, he can go freeze himself. Mm-hmm. And then that's a nice way to,
maybe he
recharge his batteries.
Get like a chili sleep for his chair. Is this podcast sponsored by Chili Sleep? Do we need to talk about that?
Yeah, we need to get him in here.
Get a little segue?
Yeah, so we're not worried about him overheating unless he's a PE teacher in Florida.
Yeah, I think that when they hire him, he'll be like, I'd love to have the job. Here's the one caveat: I need to have a chili sleep. Mm-hmm. Right?
And this is like a charter school, so they can afford it.
Yeah, no, this isn't your run of the muck backwoods school here.
What course does he teach?
I think
French.
Well, no, he's a kindergarten teacher. They teach it all.
Oh, yeah, you're right. This is Kindergarten Cop.
Everything.
Oh, man. Somehow I was thinking about high school. Oh, yeah. He'll be great at nap time.
Yeah.
He seems very friendly at diners. Man, yeah. Todd would have everybody so organized, though.
I'm going to say draw, even.
Yeah. Because
even for this one.
They both bring such... I think there's more warmth to Luke, but I think Todd's organization skills are second to none.
Yeah.
So yeah, tie. For some reason, I started thinking about high school, but this is the Kindergarten Cop situation.
Can I make a little segue here just to give?
Yeah, of course.
I would say that when you think of most great action stars, they're pretty typecast. Like when you think about JCVD, all of his roles, they're a little bit. There's nuances that are different, but you can kind of like cookie cutters place him in. He's kind of the guy who does spin kicks and says less than he should, right? Like he's that guy. It's hard to think that Todd is the same guy as Tango.
Yeah. or even Breakdown, which was a year prior.
Right? Like, they're so vastly different. Like, he is not an action star. He's a great actor.
Look at Tombstone.
Look
Dark
at
Blue.
Tombstone. Look at, like, again, you nailed it with Breakdown. Like, that movie is fantastic. Executive Decision, like, the reluctant.
Oh, yeah. Not the same guy
at all. Same. And then you get Todd. And then you get Escape from New York. Like, and you get Overboard. He does it all.
He does it all.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what's interesting is, I think the biggest A-listers on the planet, earlier in their career, they're very easy to identify. So Arnold Schwarzenegger, Stallone, Will Smith to a certain extent before he started getting nominated for Oscars. Tom Cruise. You just sort of, even though Tom Cruise had varied roles, I think you were just kind of like, oh, it's a Tom Cruise movie. But Kurt Russell pops up in so many different films.
Yeah, he's all over the place. I think he's like an actor's actor.
Yeah. Yeah, he just acts.
I put him in the same category as Dennis Quaid.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Because, like, Inner Space, they both could have been good in it.
Yeah. I think The Rookie, starring Dennis Quaid, could have easily been a Kurt Russell movie.
I mean, Kurt Russell played ball.
Yeah.
And that guy went to play for the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, which is my baseball team, Tampa Bay Rays now.
Do you cry every time you watch The Rookie and he says, it's your turn, coach, it's your turn?
Oh my gosh. What a movie. I'm not trying to be reductive here, but what a nice, pleasant hit The Rookie was.
Yeah.
All around.
My go-to baseball doubleheader, and everybody thinks like Bull Durham or like The Sandlot. It's The Rookie and Hardball with Keanu Reeves.
Oh, I can't watch that anymore. You willingly do that to yourself?
Oh, bud, it just gets you right in the feels, eh?
Oh, I still feel it.
Yeah.
I've watched the movie once.
The first time you watch that movie, it's a point in your calendar. You're like, oh yeah, remember this moment.
I almost got up and walked out of the theater.
Wow, because it was so good.
Because I was like, this is ridiculous. I was like, no, it's good though. I like it, but yeah. That made it. No, I'm just gonna cry the rest of the episode.
Okay, back to Universal Soldier versus Soldier.
Backstory/character. So Todd grew up as a baby soldier. He watched dogs murder a boar or vice versa. He did puzzles. He was the fastest one to do puzzles. He learned how to kill bystanders as well as villains. Mm-hmm. He also does chain fights and eye rips. And he's been all over the galaxy. So he's just a baby who was taken from birth to become a super soldier.
Right. So I would say this to you, Mark. This came out, 98, this movie?
98, yeah.
So 17-year-old Adam would have been all about Todd. Like, that's so cool. That's so rad. 41-year-old Adam is all about Luc Deveraux going away to fight for his country. And clearly he was like I don't think he was probably born in America. Mm-hmm. I think he immigrated here, the Deveraux farm, and he went to fight for his country and had this tragedy happen. So I think that he is more of a redeemable character.
Yeah, I mean, he's a zombie.
He's a zombie, but is he? That's the real human question that movie poses.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I do think that JCVD has more personality. I mean, Todd is a very much so a blank slate who grew, but see, he's been so conditioned. So if you think about it, he's been conditioned to murder his whole life. He's had emotion taken away from him. He had to watch while animals killed each other. He grew up around death and carnage. And then he just has to get used to living with a bunch of, I don't know, planet junker people. And they eventually boot him out, then they bring him back because they learn how great he is. But I just kind of like his drive. When those guys come to kill, all of them, he just slaughters everybody. He doesn't. But you're right. I would give the point to Luke, because Luke is the one who tried to stop Scott, Dolph Lundgren. He comes back as a zombie. He has some very cheeky lines. He likes to eat food. And I think he goes home to his farm at the end. Yeah, there's just a lot more feels, I guess. So as far as characters go, yeah, I mean, I'll go for Lukey Dev.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, Todd is a blank slate, dude. But he's an absolute monster. But yeah, I mean, as far as backstory, you can't beat a zombie who just wants to go back to his farm.
Okay, Mark, I just realized something.
Huh.
I made a mention of the Pliskin Patch and the O'Neill Ring Award. I didn't even realize the Cash Medal of Bravery and the McCready Cross.
The McCready Cross.
Like this little file card for Todd is maybe my favorite part of the whole movie.
I mean, because it's such a feast for Russell fans.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful. I remember writing everything down we talked about Soldier every 25 episodes. We talk about a Kurt Russell movie,
right.
And it brings me joy every single time. So wait, are we saying so right now? Lukey has 2, Todd has 1, and then it's a tie. So 2, 1, 1 essentially.
Right.
And it's all coming down to this, the final fights.
Final fights.
Oh man, because. I'm gonna say something very controversial.
Hit me.
But you just gotta let me roll with it, because this is gonna be like a lot of stuff coming at you. So what I love about Jean-Claude Van Damme is that in his final fights he always gets snockered. Just like he gets beaten down like unlike any superhero actor I've ever seen. I mean, Steven Seagal never let himself get hurt during final fights. Steven Seagal smashes everybody, and we talked about this with the Under Siege fights.
It wasn't even it was Under Siege assault.
Yeah, I mean, he just destroys people. You know, Schwarzenegger, you have Stallone, but JCVD in this fight, Dolph Lundgren uses him as essentially like a beanbag chair that just throws him all over the place.
Right.
Now, my biggest issue is that I have 7 words for you. Dolph Lundgren, Best Supporting Actor Academy Award. This final fight is all about Dolph. When he throws a grenade and goes, Yahoo! Everything that comes out of Dolph's mouth is pure gold. Now, I respect Jean-Claude Van Damme because he knew that Dolph had the hot hand. So he unselfishly let Dolph go for it and kind of steal the scene. But for me, this scene... The Universal fight is great, but it's more about Dolph Lundgren for me. But when you watch Universal Soldier, and just you see how huge Russell got, and the way that he takes out Jason Scott Lee by looking at the scythe and then using the helicopter blade sneakily to slice a dude's stomach, and also too, Jason Scott Lee in this movie, in Soldier, Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dolph Lundgren are on steroids. They've all injected themselves with super serums.
Right.
Kurt Russell Soldier is the only one who hasn't.
So that was going to be my takeaway. The Universal Soldier is almost a perfect movie. What makes it not a perfect movie is that JC doesn't win the final fight clean.
Mm-hmm.
If he would have just like under his own power defeated the roided up Dolph Lundgren, then that's a much better ending than him shooting himself up to win.
Exactly. And then he catches the punch later on, and it's very much so a WWE match where you get the guy losing, then he kind of just does the Hulk stomp and comes back.
Right.
And listen, there's the opening of the fight where JCVD punches Scott in the face 3 times and punches him in the gut. Dolph Lundgren selling that's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life. He is on fire. But I love later when Scott Lee gets hit when he gets his gut slashed. Which I need to get his name here. I keep forgetting the name. Jason Scott Lee, Kane 607. Todd then goes and starts punching Kane 607 in the gut that just got slashed. It's mean and it's brutal, and there's fireballs everywhere. There's no reason for these fireballs to be happening, or rain. But watching this rain fight, a lot of good puddle work, and then he just kills Kane 607 and lays him gently back into the mud. It's so cool.
It's very, very cool. And if you would have asked me before sitting down and thinking about it, who was a better final fight, I would have naturally said Jean-Claude Van Damme versus Dolph Lundgren. But after the rewatch of both these movies, I'm giving it to Todd. Because
I know that Jean-Claude Van Damme should be applauded for being unselfish, but it's all about Dolph Lundgren in that final fight. Whereas, and you know what? I like the narrative too. So you have Dolph and Jean-Claude Van Damme, they killed each other in Vietnam. But I really like the one in Soldier because supposedly Kane 67 killed Todd 3465, but Kane 607's still mad at Todd for ripping his eye out. So there is a beef there. It's a good beef, and it's a good fight.
It's the same beef as Happy Gilmore on the crocodile.
Oh, you are. Oh. We should just talk about that fight. We should do Ace Ventura crocodile fight versus Happy Gilmore alligator fight.
We could talk about it for a while, but it goes to Happy Gilmore because he finishes with that unnecessary elbow.
Oh, yeah, it's a cheap shot.
It's a cheap shot. Now.
Oh, it's beautiful. All right, so we're tied 2-2-1. We're going to settle it this way. And
okay.
I just made this up because I know it. We didn't give each other who we were voting for. This just happened.
We never give anybody ever any heads up.
Yeah. And so here's what we're going to do. You and I drive to the theater.
Yeah.
It's not 92. It's not 98. It's now. You and I are kicking it. And you're like, Mark.
2022 style.
I'm going to take you to a really great theater in the greater Toronto area. Yeah. And you and I.
The Starlight Cinema, Mark. It's called the Starlight Cinema.
But for some reason, there's only two prints. There's only two movies playing at the exact same time. We walk up and they go, it's 2 p.m. We just had a great lunch. We had a great lunch. And so we're going to go to this 2 p.m. movie. You're all loaded up on cream soda. You're loving it. I've had a bunch of coffee.
That's a bread store.
Yeah, exactly. You beat me to it. We went to a beautiful bread store right outside of Montreal. And you and I are floating on cloud nine. Two movies are playing. Universal Soldier.
Yeah.
I feel like you and I would look at each other and almost decide immediately what we're going to see.
Right. So I would.
Wait, how about this? I'll go 1, 2, 3, and then we'll say the name of the movie.
Okay, then I'll tell you why.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
1, 2, 3. Universal Soldier.
Oh.
Did you say Soldier?
It's Soldier.
Whoa. So we need a sudden breaker.
So, but here's the reason why. And I understand why you would pick Universal Soldier. Universal Soldier is the very first episode I appeared on. So it's very sentimental to the 4 years now that we've been doing this. However, in the scenario you painted, you're in Canada and I'm hosting you. And I know your relationship with Kurt Russell runs deep.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm going to treat Mark to a Kurt Russell movie today is why I would say Soldier.
Oh, you're just too kind, man.
Yeah.
See, I was thinking about you because I know we love this movie and you were thinking about me.
Yeah.
All right.
So let's just say this is a stalemate. So here's what we're going to do.
Oh, better. Well, villain doesn't count, does it?
No. How about this, Mark? We do a follow-up episode to this. This is part 1. We're going to leave it as a cliffhanger. And then we each, before the next episode, get to pick one tag team movie for these guys to tag in.
Okay. So our next episode that we do, we are going to talk about which movie they should star in.
Well, yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
If we could replace any lead character with Luc Deveraux or Todd, you pick one for Luke, I'll pick one for Todd, and we'll bring and present our case.
I love it. We'll do that. So this was a stalemate.
And we're going to settle it in part 2, which is going to be the craziest episode ever.
Okay, so how about, all right, so we're going to each present, so we need to go deep. Like, we need to dig deep.
Yeah. It can be any movie from history, and you don't replace the actor, you're replacing the lead character. So I would replace not Clint Eastwood, but Dirty Harry with Todd.
So it would be like Magnum Force, but with Todd.
With Todd instead of Terry Callahan.
So it would be Gladiator, but no Russell Crowe, Luc Deveraux.
It would be Thelma and Luc Deveraux.
Oh man, like this is tough.
Yeah.
Like there's ways to cheat. Like, do I pick The Thing and just keep them cold?
Right. Do you pick They Live and have them just roundhouse kick all the monsters?
Oh man. No, does it have to stay in the action genre?
No, it can. I said Thelma and Luc Deveraux. It could be anything.
Okay.
It could be Fried Green Tomatoes with Luc Deveraux.
Oh man. And so the age of when he shot this.
Yeah. 1992 Luc Deveraux or 1998 Todd.
Wow. All right. So we will settle this on our next episode.
Mark, I also have a bread store quandary for you. I think this is gonna be my new bit I do in your show. Is I'm gonna present you each week with a bread store quandary. So there's this great bread store in Lindsay called the Kawartha Wholesale Bakery, and they make the greatest donuts in Ontario. I'm just going to say that out loud. They're incredible. They're huge. They're freshly baked, and they're not expensive. But and they got a wide selection. They're very close to our mutual friend Tara's cottage. We were at the cottage visiting 2 weekends ago, and I said, I should go get a dozen donuts at the bread store. And they were like, yeah, you should go to the bread store and get the donuts. And so we hemmed and hawed. There was 7 of us there about how many donuts to get. Do you get 1 dozen, so we each get 1 in a bit, and you got to be very careful with what you pick, or do you get 2 dozen and we all get at least 3 and a wider selection, but maybe they won't all get eaten. So this was like and they left me with that Sophie's choice. They said, you go to the bread store and you bring back what you think. And I was getting to be near the end of the day. So it was at 4 o'clock. I arrive at the bread store and I go in and I say, I'm here to get some of your donuts. And they say to me, oh, we've already started bagging them up to be tomorrow's day olds. And I said, okay. They said, but you could just buy them in those bags. And those bags are $2 a bag of donuts. So we come down from $10 for a dozen to $2 a bag. In the bag, Mark, are 14 donuts. So $2 gets you 14 donuts now. And they're not a day old. They're just like a few hours old. But here's the quandary. They bag them by flavor. So they're 14, but all the same flavor of donut. So how many donuts do you buy in that situation?
Okay, so you got 14 in a bag. You were thinking about going to 24. You were kind of going to live on the edge and go to 24 donuts. But since they're $2, you don't want to just... Let's see.
And the bag is all the same flavor. So it's 14 chocolate dips.
Yeah, I would get 2 bags because 3 would be excessive. If you brought back, 14. So if you brought back, 42 donuts, that would be way too much. Things would get wasted.
Right.
But you come back with 28 donuts for 7, and it's late in the day, you can still put them in the fridge and heat them up in the morning and have a nice breakfast. So people don't have to eat them all now, and they'll be fresh the next day. So I'm buying 2 bags, and I'll get a regular glazed and then a chocolate.
Right. So I got a bag of chocolate dip, a bag of toasted coconut, a bag of sprinkles, and a bag of caramel dip.
Whoa.
I brought 56 donuts home. And it only cost me $8.
Oh, man. I mean, listen, you probably did it right because everyone has options.
Right. There was a lot of donuts that went out, though. I'm not going to say they were the most effective, but for my $8, when I walked into the cottage, I was like a conquering hero with all of the donuts.
Now, were there scones still available?
So they still had bread and scones and some loaves and different things, but I specifically went for donuts.
See, that's what I would have done. I would have gotten 28 donuts and a couple of nice chocolatey croissants and other items.
Yeah, I did not do that. I was thinking, like, I'm not buying 55 donuts, Mark. I'm buying 4 kinds of donuts.
No, I mean, listen, you live life on the edge. And
yeah,
you provided for your group.
I hunted and gathered.
At the bread store.
At the bread store.
That's the greatest phrase in the history of the planet, the bread store.
It was so earnest when you're like, so you're there smelling the smells from the bread store, I guess. Like you were at such a lot. You weren't trying to be funny, which is what made it the best.
Well, that's I feel like the best bad movies are the ones that people tried to make good.
Yeah.
I don't like bad movies that are made bad on purpose.
No.
That's earnest.
So here's the difference between Trauma and The Asylum.
Yes, exactly.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah, no, totally. And like even Corman, some of his movies, they tried.
So that Fantastic Four unreleased movie, Roger Corman tried to make a good Fantastic Four movie.
They just had no budget and they were shooting in one studio.
They just had no way to do it, but he sure did try.
That's why it's such a long career. He wasn't just turning, like, yes, it was schlock. Carnosaur, schlock.
Right.
But.
What was that TV show he did, Black Scorpion?
I never watched that.
You should watch Black Scorpion.
I will. But
it's a detective who's a superhero at night.
I gotta think about putting Luc Deveraux into a movie. Now, am I trying to win you over? Like, is it, if I pander to you, is that bad?
Are Are you gonna put him in Ready to Rumble?
Or like Youngblood or Icebreaker?
I'm gonna put Todd. Oh, I'm gonna replace Wyatt Russell with Todd in Goon 2.
Wait, so it could be so Todd will be Wyatt Russell?
Like he'll play the Wyatt Russell character.
Oh,
right?
Okay.
Like
I got you.
Russell.
So Todd's the villain in Goon 2?
Oh, can you imagine that though?
Todd versus Sean William Scott
in a throwdown fight.
That's a good fight.
Yeah.
All right. So, this is really good.
Yeah. Possibilities are limitless. People, you got to tune into the next episode, whenever that's going to be. You don't want to miss it.
Yeah. Just look for Mark and Adam H. talk.
Yeah.
Well, this is awesome, man. Thank you so much for joining me.
I love that we still don't know. We've talked about this. We've kicked it around, and we're not any closer than we were an hour ago to figuring out who would win.
And we didn't. I had no clue where this was going. I'm very happy.
Yeah.
The world's first ever Todd Luke tie.
Yeah. Soldier tie.
That's why MFF is pretty good.
It's not, Mark. It's not pretty good. So here's the thing. In this world of social media content, I made a comment on Facebook the other day because there was a lady with a GoPro attached to her glasses in the Giant Tiger, which is like a little store down the road, and she was live streaming her shopping experience. She was like, "This is the bacon that I buy, and over here this is where I get my cheeses from." And it's not a fancy store; it's just like regular supermarket stuff. And I made the comment on Facebook. I was like, "So I saw this happening today. Like, do we need this much content out there?" And some people were like, "That's funny." And some people were like, "Let her be. I'm like, I didn't take her camera away. I did not let her be. But when it comes to anytime I'm on the Movies, Films, and Flicks podcast, Mark, I am proud to share this content. This is great. You do great stuff. You should be very proud of this podcast. I think it's unabashed, like bias aside, my favorite podcast just to listen to, even when I'm not on.
I appreciate it, man.
You were killing it, so just keep it up.
You're a big reason, like whenever I get comments or like Adam, like they like you, man. You're one of the popular ones.
I do what I can.
You're one of the popular ones. Everyone's popular. MFF's popular. We're doing good, man.
You're killing it.
Listen, y'all, we're top 2.5% in the world. So of all the millions of podcasts, horror podcasts, sports podcasts, cooking podcasts, we're in the top 2.5, and we've been in the top 20 in about 70 countries now. So for a tiny independent show that records over Skype, I really do appreciate everyone listening. Like they've built it. I feel like they've really helped, and we got good guests, and I appreciate your time, man. I'm getting emotional here, but no, I do appreciate everyone who listens, man. Like
all I'm saying is when you get the call for the crossover with How Did This Get Made, I expect the call.
Oh gosh, dude, we'd light it up,
right?
I would just dress. I wish I could do an Ernest movie on How Did This Get Made. I would dress up like Ernest P. Worrell and just belt out that song, "Gee, I'm Glad It's Raining."
So this is the thing, though. You would be so, forgive the phrase, earnest about how much you loved it, right? Those guys would be ready to rip on it, and you'd be like devil's advocate the entire time. No. You guys are not looking deep enough into this movie. Those turtles and parachutes was a huge deal.
Those are functioning parachutes. Ernest built a catapult and functioning. Those parachutes knew when to let go so that they could drop the turtles.
Yeah. I took my family to a turtle sanctuary over the weekend to go check out some turtles. None of them had parachutes, and I was very disappointed.
Yeah. Why even go then, right?
Yeah. The guy who was hosting was very, very funny. I'll tell one anecdote and then I'll stop. But in one of the turtle tanks, there's these two turtles that were being intimate with each other, as turtles would do when they're trying to repopulate. And he was very much like, let's focus on this side of the tank and give these turtles their privacy. All right. We don't need to look at these turtles over here. We're going to focus on this side of the tank and really these are some great box turtles. And we're just going to respect the privacy of he took it very, very earnestly. I was like, oh, that guy really is committed to the turtle gimmick.
Let him be. No photos.
No photos.
Hey, yeah. So what's next? What episode are we doing? Oh wait, talk about GoFigure real quick, and then before we get out of here.
We just finished doing a collaboration with 4 other channels where we did a streamathon a couple days ago. where we did 5 hours of underrated action figures in different lines. So we did 5 channels. We did Sergeant Slaughter Slaughterhouse, Toy Connections, The Island of Misfit Toy Collectors, and a Kiwi in Japan, and then GoFigure. And we all did different lines and talked about our 5 most underrated figures in those lines. So you can check that out at my channel. Mark was just on an episode where we raced all the best cars from the 80s, action figure wise, and did drag style tournament. And Mark was in it, pumping up the Masters of the Universe Battle Ram, and it had a noteworthy performance. We'll just leave it at that. We'll leave it at that. So no, mostly we just we fix up and modify and do custom work with old action figure lines, try to breathe some new life into them, and celebrate when toys were made to be played with, and back in the good old days. And yeah, we have a lot of fun, and there's lots of good content up there. And so go check it out. This is GoFigure on YouTube or on Instagram. We have lots of fun both places.
Blowing up, man. I love it. I love watching it.
It's blowing up.
Huge.
On the episode we had Mark on, we also had Paul Seung-Young Lee from The Mandalorian was on it as well.
I was in great company, and my vehicle put up a terrible performance. Like, I like being that guy.
It put up a noteworthy performance is what we're going to say, Mark. That's how we're going to say
noteworthy. Listen, man. Go big or go home.
Go big or go home.
All right. Well, this was great. Thank you so much for joining me.
It's always a pleasure, Mark.
All right. So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, for Adam Hodgins, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.